Hi, welcome back to Supercharged Fridays. We are at 197 weeks of live streaming here every single Friday. I hope you're doing well. As you can see, I'm not in my usual spot. I'm on route to a little holiday with the family. So we stopped specially to live stream. So everybody in the car has been kicked out. Um, to step out for a few minutes, and I wanted to drop in and say hi and see how you're doing. And if we haven't met before, very warm welcome to Supercharged Fridays. I've been going live every Friday for about almost 4 years now. So I started in January 2020. I'm a career coach. My name is Sonal. How are you doing? And essentially what I do is help people who are going through transitions in their career through one-on-one coaching, group coaching, digital courses, and content on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and on my podcast called How I Got Hired. If you like podcasts, check out my podcast. I speak with amazing people from around the world. I drop about 2 episodes a month. And so if you have questions, would love to get into it. I have about 10 minutes before we head back on the road. And speaking of courses, because I mentioned the 3 C's: content, courses, and coaching. I do want to say that I am currently running a promotion because there was a lot of people who signed up to the masterclass 2 weeks ago, and those who didn't sign up to the group coaching after that, I wanted to kind of give a consolation prize type of thing. So if you're interested in studying and getting in depth, and you like self-paced study, I have all these digital courses on how to make a great resume, LinkedIn profile, how to have an unforgettable interview experience that converts into offers, how does your resume convert into interviews, salary negotiation scripts, as well as the email scripts when you're writing to someone for the first time. All of this is available at a 40% discount. I'm running it this weekend. So if this is of any interest whatsoever, check out the banner right below, the ticker right below my name. Go to my website, superchargeyourself.com/shop, SHOP, and just apply the coupon code. The coupon code is 40 off, the number 40 off. That's it. That's what I wanted to say. And then let's dive into your questions. This is the car. I think it's the first time I'm doing a live stream from the car. Don't always love it when people shoot videos from the car, but sometimes you got to do it. And I completely hear that. Good morning, G in Texas. How are you doing? I did kick the family out of the car. I think number one is safety first. So we parked the car. Yes. And number two, also their privacy, because, they're their own people and I don't want them coming at the back. Don't want my husband coming. He's his own person. So also from that point of view, but definitely safety first. Always, always, always. Lovely to see you. And let's get into your questions. I have received 2 questions already that I want to get into, and I will do that. But those are people who emailed it to me. But we will first talk about questions that folks have who are joining me live. Awesome. Thank you, G. Thank you. I really hope that this helps lots of people. And I love running these promotions every now and then. Hi, OF. Can you tell me actions to take when you were chosen for that position and started working there? Okay, fantastic. Congratulations that you've got in. This is a lot deeper subject to cover than in a minute or two, but I will say that start off with this is not popular advice, okay? This is the way I feel, but this is a perspective that I'm sharing that is my perspective. It doesn't mean it's the only perspective. I always have to say that, because coaches can feel like there can be a lot of prescriptive feeling, and essentially that's not the idea. But I am that person who says, if you've just got in, okay, it's human nature to think, I've got in now. Even in dating, right? I've got the girl, I've got the guy, I can chill now, I can make a mess, and I can leave a wet towel on the floor. You want to be as impressive as you were at the very beginning. I call it the seductive stage, when both the sides are interviewing each other, etc. So that is really important, because a lot of people end up taking it easy. You want to be that person that's showing up earlier than the manager. It's not popular advice, but I want you to be like seen as someone like, wow, how did we manage without him? How did we manage without her? I mean, it's so amazing. Put your hand up and nobody else is putting their hand up, even if you don't know, because you're going to learn. You're going to force yourself to learn. and start delivering the promises you made during the interview process. There's lots more things you can do, but the advice that I love, and I talked about it in a video in 2019, is LOL: learning, observing, and listening. Every single day, how can you apply that on a regular basis? I have a 8-step process that I share with my private clients, but I think this is a good place for you to start. So good luck with that. Congratulations. Really, really happy for you. Awesome. Okay, I got another question, which is, I'd like to learn about pursuing a master's in human resources. G, if you're watching me live, feel free to drop your nuggets here. What do you think? She wanted to know, she's in Canada, and she wanted to know about HR as a career step, and wanted to pick my brain. I said, this is the best place to pick my brain. Join me live on Fridays. I think that it is really important to talk to people in the present. I did work in human resources for about 18 years, and some things have changed, right? Some things are universal and they've stayed the same and they will stay the same. So you're doing a very good thing by talking to people like me, but also talk to people who have got more deep into it in the last 5 years, because it has been through quite a transformation in the last 5 years as well, with so much in it that was not there pre 2016, pre 2015, right? So textbook HR is very different from real life HR. I think that's true for many subjects. So you want to have a list of people that you want to talk to, because every single person you talk to will have a very unique point of view and they might confuse you. So you want to kind of understand why do you want to do it, and then see other points validating your opinion or not, right? Have a very strong North Star, why you want to pursue it. It's a very attractive profession for people who enjoy, who genuinely love people. Okay, if you don't like people, you don't like the mess that comes with people, you don't like how complicated people are, HR is not the profession for you, because HR is like a tightrope walk every single day, where you're balancing the priorities of management and employees. And in the perfect companies and perfect world, HR is not too much towards one or the other, but is that neutral party. However, having said that, we all know where the salaries come from, so they have to protect management interests. You would be, naive to think that HR is your friend all the time. But having said that, HR is also the person that's checking things out and is the whistleblower. And if things are not working on either side, they have to have a trusting relationship with senior management. Like with many departments, HR is highly imperfect. Okay, when you see bad HR in companies, I tend to think culture is bad and leadership is bad. Strong words here, but I know what I'm talking about. When HR is working really well, the top leadership appreciates what they do and they have a seat at the table. Things work a lot better. The culture is more a culture of trust as opposed to a culture of micromanagement. So there's a lot more that goes into it, but I would say start there. HR is not the profession because you want to get into people. 100%. And it's evolved over the years, and it's critical to understand why you want to do it. I think that self work will help you to crystallize. G, I really appreciate you sharing that. And there's a lot more into it. So Google it, of course, learn from it, watch YouTube videos, listen to podcasts of chief HR officers, but also speak with people directly and indirectly, and ask for those introductions. All right. I don't see any other live questions right now. So I'm going to take the one that I received on email. Okay. This one says, how do I answer, why do you want to quit your current job? Such a juicy one. I get this question very regularly, so it's obviously very popular. What you want to do here is, I personally think you want to apply a balanced answer between the truth. You see when you watch movies, right? And it says, the person puts their hand on the Bible and they're like, do you solemnly swear to say the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God? I do. You do not want to be that person, okay? You do not want to be the person that gives the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. You want to give the truth, you want to sprinkle it in, but you don't want to tell them everything. You don't want to tell them everything. Don't give answers that will set off an orange or red flag. Red flags are usually obvious. I didn't like my boss. You don't say that. That's a red flag. Why? Because you could say that again about their company. If you badmouth them, they will worry that you will badmouth. If you badmouth your past employer, they are worried. They will be worried that you will badmouth them as well. So you want to be. Oh shit! What did I do? Oh, I'm here. Sorry, I pressed another button. You don't want to give them any room for alarm on that front. So the safest answer, I think, is you want to kind of give a you want to obviously it depends on your truth. Now I don't know why you want to leave. Every situation is different, but I think the safest route to take is that that chapter has run its course, and you learned and you know evolved and developed as much as you could, and now you're looking for something else to be challenged. So when you come from a point of view of learning, you don't have to say any more than that. It's pretty understood. It's pretty understood. So I think there's a lot more that goes into it, but in a brief sort of live stream, I think I would start with, this approach, and I think you should be in a good place. All right. And G is adding to the other question as well about human resources, leadership, and perception. If there is no buy-in from the top, then it becomes um, a a check. What is the word? Scorekeeper. It becomes a scorekeeper, and the worst red flag for me is when HR is reporting to finance. Ugh. I'm sorry. There tends to be a culture of bean counting. I'm a bean counter. People are complicated, beautiful, messy human beings. And departments like HR, which tend to be more on the scorekeeping side, tend to have a very avoidable culture. You can avoid that as much as possible. So, I hope this answer helps on why do you want to work, why do you want to quit the company. And I will take the last question. This is a member of the YouTube channel. Hi, Umesh. How are you doing? Hopefully, I didn't miss any other questions. I'm just cross checking. All right, all good. How can one ensure that he's updated per industry standard? How can you ensure that you are updated as per industry standard? That's a big question. Okay, what do you mean by industry standard, and what do you mean by updating? So I'm going to answer this first. First of all, I don't think you'll ever be updated 100% because you're a human being, right? With AI in front of us, there'll always be things or people that know more. So I don't think you want to approach it from this point of view, but I want you to think, how can I, okay, how can I build systems, habits, and processes? I understand 5 years and finding. Okay. So Umesh, think about how can I build systems, habits, and processes so that I continue to learn and develop. Okay. So when you talk about updated as per industry standard, you want to kind of look around and see what are the trends in your field. Subscribe to newsletters, subscribe to publications that are very specific in your field. And if anything new is coming up where you can learn it on a course, very inexpensive or almost free, right? LinkedIn Learning, Udemy, lots of places that specialize in your area. Build systems, habits, and processes so that you are doing this on a regular basis, whether it's once a month, whether it's once a quarter. And also, clarify this with your boss that you're doing things not for the sake of it, but you're also doing things according to expectations. Because this will also help to set you apart, because not everybody does that. Everybody gets very overwhelmed with what they have to do, and they're like, oh my god, there's so much work, right? So whether it's learning in a traditional sense, which is courses, or it's reading from publications that are current, updated, right? They tend to be digital rather than print. And yeah, one of the things you can do when I say habits, processes, and systems is meeting new people. Tell yourself, I'm going to meet somebody new every month in my desired field. LinkedIn's a great place to meet people. One comment here, one comment there can result in such a treasure trove of interesting people. So that would be a good place to start. I think you should be in a very good place. Finance, oh my gosh, yeah, it's pathetic, it's sad when this happens. So I completely hear that. G, what are your views on assertively addressing issues raised by HR, being overqualified with no recent experience in the same sector? I'm sick. You guys can hear me? Hope it's not too loud. Okay. There's a lot of information online. Umesh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Good luck. What are your views on assertively address issues raised by HR? Overqualified, you'll have to challenge it. HR is a bunch of people, and people aren't always accurate. People don't always know what they're doing. They can make mistakes. Nobody's infallible, right? If you are finding that the front door is blocked and you're not able to get in, see if you can get in through the side door. See if you know somebody else who can make an introduction, right? So many times when they say something, it doesn't always apply. And also challenge. I appreciate where you're coming from. Actually, this is the reason. If you can be meet for 15 minutes, challenge that and say that you actually know I'm not overqualified. There's some things I know and there's some things I don't know. Right? They are coming from a place of protecting their interests because they think that you might get bored. If you're overqualified, you might get bored and you might want to leave because this is something that you don't enjoy anymore and it's too easy for you and it's not going to challenge you. So you want to prove them wrong, right? You want to address that worry and prove that wrong. So good luck with that, Bharat. All right, fab. Okay, I'm glad you were able to hear me perfectly. So 15 minutes in. I hope this has been helpful. The LinkedIn Live, YouTube Live on the road. I'm going on a little holiday in the French mountains. I'm going to go find my family now. So if you're tuning in late, in case you missed this, check out that ticker that I have right here. I'm running a discount till Monday midnight Central European time. 40% on all the courses currently that are there on my website. So check out superchargeyourself.com/shop and just use the coupon code 40 off. Whether it's the resume course, LinkedIn digital course, salary negotiation scripts, everything clean 40% off. I hope this helps you a lot. Take care of yourself. Thank you for tuning in during your busy Friday and wish you a lovely rest of your day and weekend. Bye for now.